Alright, so this wraps up our time that we're going to spend with the Main Gear Epic T1000 phase change thermal cooler. Give you a nice shot of our board as we're overclocking it. This is actually going to be the fastest overclock that we've ever managed with this motherboard and with this CPU. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the screen here, and we're going to see exactly what kind of speeds that this is going to get us. Now again, I think before we've told you that our fastest speed on this, at least our fastest overclock with this particular processor, has been a 4.7 gigahertz overclock. With the Epic T1000, we've actually managed to get all the way up to 4.9. This is a first for us, just under 5 gigahertz. We're doing this with a 100 megahertz B clock and a 49 multiplier. So we'll go ahead and get CPU-Z here to kick up in just a second, and we'll take a look at exactly what we've got going on. Of course, we run into a couple of problems with this before. CPU-Z doesn't always open up on the first try for whatever reason, some of the later revisions of it. We'll get this kicked up and you'll see exactly what we've got going on. Now this is, as we said, this is the fastest we've ever had this processor running, and our temperatures are still not out of the ordinary. I mean, we got 41C. We did have to kick this up to 1.5 volts to get it to run at this, and we're still able to get benchmarks such as Cinebench to run properly. We've had issues with this. This is usually one of the ones that locks up, as it does actually run 100% load on all of the CPU cores. You can see it's rendering this object. It's breaking it up into 12 individual chunks. Each one's going to render independently. You can still see some of those lagging behind. As they finish, it'll actually start new ones, so you have different threads and different processes running at different speeds as it renders this entire image here. It is a 3D image, although it's on a 2D interface, so it's not truly rendering in any kind of a depth. See our highest score ever to date, which is 14.22 points. That's an awesome score. This is something we've never been able to get to. Every time we've tried to run 1.5 volts into this, we've always hit our thermal maximum. We've run into errors, we run into instability. This is just a great product, and it's a great performance. Once again, we've never actually seen this CPU run this fast with this much voltage going through it. So as you can see, it's doing very well. We have never had this CPU at this speed, and we've never actually gotten these kind of temperatures. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at another test here. We'll take a look at HyperPi. We'll run this only on one CPU here, and let's see exactly how fast it can run this at 4.9 gigahertz. So again, this is going to push the CPU quite a bit, and we'll see if it locks up or what we get. It's not a bad time. We hit 7 seconds on our 4.9 gigahertz Core i7 3960. Again, running at 4.9 gigahertz thanks to the Epic T1000 thermal interface material. So I think this is a pretty good product. It's going to be nice to see this out on the market. Now if we can only talk Main Gear into actually releasing the Epic 180, then you guys can have a similar setup to this and get this kind of performance just with water cooling. So don't forget, if you like this video, go ahead and click on like, make sure you share it, and be sure to subscribe to our channel. So that's it for now. We'll go ahead and hopefully we'll have a few more videos out there for you soon.